like and subscribe. What's good is Goatwood, and I done had my Nintendo Switch for about 2 to 3 years now, and I just like to say, like, it's one of the greatest consoles that has ever came out ever. And a lot of my friends have given me smack talk about it, talking about it's for kids or it's too little, it's not that powerful of a console, but I just think it's great, and they're starting to come along to the idea that the Nintendo Switch is the most innovative console yet. Now, I'm not just saying that because I bought the console and I like to play it a lot. No, the Nintendo Switch is so revolutionary and people don't even notice. And I actually have facts, yes, F-A-X, facts, to why we should really appreciate this console a lot more than we do. So let's get into why the Nintendo Switch is the most innovative console yet. First off, let's get into the design of the Nintendo Switch. Now, Nintendo, y'all was in y'all bag when y'all was creating this system, because y'all found a way to make a 5-way console. And I know what you're thinking. Goatwood, 5-way? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the Nintendo Switch being able to be played in 5 different ways. Now, I know Nintendo advertised it only being 3 ways to play, but let me tell you all the different ways you could play this console. So you could play it in handheld mode, you could take it out and put it on the TV, then you could take it out of the TV and you could put it on the little dock thing or whatever it's called on the stand and play it that way. Then you could take the controllers out and play it that way, and then you could play with the Pro controller. That's 5 different ways. Now, I know if you never thought of it like that, but it is like that. And what console have you ever heard of that could do all of those things? You ain't bringing out no Xbox or no PlayStation and bringing it around with you, putting it in the car. You're gonna look like a fool. But on a Nintendo Switch, it looks right at home being in those situations. Now, to be fair, there are 2 big flaws in the design that I have noticed. There are those fat black bezels around the Switch that make it look like a Kindle Fire. And also, Joy-Con drift. Now, Joy-Con's drifting was the worst thing that ever happened to the Switch. Nintendo got into huge legal troubles about this, and it was just the worst. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. My first Joy-Cons that I ever had, they was drifting. And they were drifting so hard that I just gave up and went to buy some new Joy-Cons. Now, let me tell y'all about the price of Joy-Cons. They are $80. I don't know why. I believe it's because they pack so much into the Joy-Cons that they didn't even check the biggest part of a controller, the joysticks. And that's what led to their biggest failure in the system. And I hope they fix it in the future. But that's all about the design. Let's get into the exclusive and third-party games. Now, let me start off this topic by saying, yes, I did have a Wii U, and yes, it was painful. It was so painful to have such unoriginal and uninspired console that when it came out, third-party developers didn't even believe in it. They didn't believe in putting their games on that console would even be worth it. And the first-party games weren't even that good to begin with. But for the Nintendo Switch, it was a huge 180. Third-party developers cannot get their hands off of this system. Every time I look at the eShop, it's like 1,000 more games coming up. And third-party developers are going to keep coming because Nintendo, let me tell you something. This is what happens when you actually care and put thought into your console. You get results and you make big bang. So please keep on doing it. And the first-party games on this console, I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen better first-party games. We have an Animal Crossing, Mario Party, 2D Mario, 3D Zelda, etc. And first-party games are going to keep on coming as long as y'all keep on caring and keep on updating and putting more things into this console. But the next topic is performance on the console. The console performs very well for it being a half handheld, and all the games on it work very smoothly. They run very smoothly. And it's not even just the games that we need to talk about. We need to talk about the whole interface of the console. Like when you actually switch the console and put it into the dock, I thought it would have like a long loading screen, it's switching to the TV. No, it didn't have any of that. It switches instantly in a snap. And when you get into the home screen and look at all the apps and everything below and all the settings, everything runs so smoothly. They even have a calibration section where you can recalibrate your controllers, pair them, take them off, put parent controls. They have so much on the Switch's interface and inside the software. It's so beautiful. And for all you haters out there, I feel like it has a better interface than the Xbox One or the PS4 because it's more shaped towards a cellular device. It's like I'm playing the console with iOS 15. Let's get into the last part, which is the future of the Nintendo Switch. The future is the biggest upside of the system because you could do so much with this product. You could put so many ideas into it, which can make it the most innovative console yet. And it already is, but you can make it so much better. And that's why Nintendo's coming out with a Switch Pro. And I don't want to be corny, but sky's the limit for this console. And I can't wait to see what's in store next for the Nintendo Switch. So thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you want more content just like this. Rough.